All right, YouTube. So the new Fight Night event has dropped on January 5th, 2021. And more concerningly, really, we were supposed to see a buff in Caustic. Okay. He was supposed to be able to throw his gas traps a little bit faster and whatnot. But the thing is, what we're going to be focusing on in this little short video here is this guy, Daniel Klein, in this tweet right here. Okay. It says, for anyone wondering, we reverted the Caustic buff after looking at data. So that means that there is no longer going to be a Caustic buff. He's been climbing like crazy the past 3 weeks. Most concerningly, both his win and pick rate have been climbing in unison. Looks like he doesn't need the buff after all. So the reason this is so concerning to me is basically because he ends up saying in the next subtweet to this tweet, he says, we created this buff before the break sometime late November, early December. It was a very different world for Gas Boy back then. So the thing that I can't even wrap my mind around is not the fact that they actually decided, or we're going to decide to buff Caustic if the data backed it up. The concerning part is that we have such a successful game in Apex Legends, and we have the people that are in charge of nerfing and buffing Legends not actually looking at data until the last possible day, apparently, and then sharing the news that this is not going to be a buff for Caustic. It's actually not going to get changed at all, because if a high tier player gets his hands on Caustic, like we've all known for a long time now, Caustic is super deadly if a high tier player gets his hands on him, because you can lock down buildings, you can do so many things with Caustic, and it just doesn't have to be a defensive character. Caustic is a very good offensive and aggressive character as well. So all that being said, I kind of do feel a little bit bad for this guy. He did make a mistake, and they should definitely have the data in order and definitely not be spreading misinformation about getting buffs and nerfs to different Legends. But I do kind of feel bad for this guy, because he is kind of getting bullied online quite a bit by a lot of pros, by a lot of players that play the game a lot. A lot of respected streamers have said that this guy is very wrong for doing this. And so I also dug a little bit deeper here in the comments below the tweet and found this tweet by AverageAiden, who is a pretty well respected streamer. He pulls pretty good numbers, and obviously by the retweets and likes, he has a little bit of say in the community, and people agree with his opinion sometimes. So right here, he says, it's almost like you shouldn't rely on balancing your game off of win rate and pick rate. Imagine that. So he's basically taking a shot at Daniel here, saying that this is not the way to go about things and trying to start some drama, maybe possibly, that Daniel wanted no part of, because he did not respond to this, and he's just kind of accepting the backlash at this point. I bet you he knew that this was coming. Anyways, like I said, guys, make sure to let me know in the comments below if you think Caustic should have got this buff, or if you think he should have been left how he is right now. Anyways, it's been Sweat. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out.